In the triangle DEG below, which base is related to the height EF? EF is here. This is the height. So we have to figure out which line is perpendicular to the EF, because height is always perpendicular to the base. So for this case, according to these lines, this line DF is perpendicular to EF. Therefore, DG is the base. And EF is the height. You cannot consider this dotted line because these dotted line are extension from this DG to form the 90-degree angle with EF. So in a triangle, the base and height are always perpendicular to each other. Therefore, the answer is DG, number 2. Next question. ACDE is a rectangle. Find the area of the shaded triangle EBD. E, B, D, this triangle. So now, we need to find out which one is the base and the height. So this is very obvious. We cannot make this as a base because we don't know what is the length of this EB. Same thing, we cannot make this BD as a base because we don't know what is the length of BD. So the only length that we know for this triangle, which is 10 cm. So this we will consider as a base. So this will be the base. Now, we need to find the height. So like I say, the height is always perpendicular to the base. So we will draw down the height, which is going to be here. And how do we know what is the length of this height? You can see this is 6 cm. The height is from this point to this point. Same thing, the point from this B to the base is the same height as this 6 cm. That's why height is 6 cm. So for this case, base equal to 10 cm, height equal to 6 cm. So what is the area of triangle? Equal to half time base time height. Half time base is 10, height is 6. You have to write accordingly. You cannot write in different way, then you will get deducted mark. Okay, so this 2 and the 10, you can cancel each other. 2 divided by 2, you get 1. 10 divided by 2, you get 5. So the answer is going to be 5 times 6, 30. So the answer is number 3. Next, in triangle XYZ, the base is XY. So this XY is going to be the base. So now let's look at this. What is this triangle? The angle is obtuse, right? That means we have to extend the base like this. And we will be drawing down the height like this, which will be perpendicular to this baseline. When this line and this line form 90 degree, so this ZW is going to be the height. The answer is 1. In the diagram below, ABCD is a square of side 10 cm. Side 10 cm. Find the area of the shaded triangle. Where is a shaded triangle? From here to here, here to here, and here to here. This is the shaded triangle that we need to find. So first thing first, let's figure out where is the 10 centimeter. The side of 10 centimeter means this is 10 cm, this is 10 cm, this is 10 cm, and from here to here, is also 10 cm. Now, you already know from here to here is 3 cm. So from here to here will be 7 cm. Why? 10 cm minus 3 cm, you will get 7 cm. Now, let's look at this. Because we need to find the area of shaded triangle, we need to find the base and height of that triangle. Now, let's look at this. We cannot put this as a base. Why? Because we don't know what is the length of this. Same thing for this. We cannot put this as a base. Why? Because we don't know what is the length for this. But look at this side of the triangle. We know what is the length of it. So it is going to be 7 cm. This is base. Now, we know that the height is always perpendicular to the base. So we will start drawing from the vertex all the way down to the base, which will form 90 degree. Now let's look at this. What is the length of this? If you look down, you can see the length of this is equivalent to 10 cm. That means this height is equal to 10 cm. So this will be the height of the triangle. Now you know the base, you know the height. We can find the area, which is equal to half time base time height. Half time base is 7, time height is 10. 2 divided by 2, we get 1. 10 divided by 2, we get 5. So what is 7 times 5? We get 35. So the answer is going to be 35 cm square. Okay, next. The figure below shows a triangle ABC. Now, let's look at this. Which height is related to the base BC? Where is BC? It is from here to here. It is going to be base. If this is base, there must be a line perpendicular to the base. Because look at this triangle, this is obtuse angle. So we have to extend the base. Then from the vertex of that triangle, we will draw down the dotted line, which will form the height of a triangle. That means this is going to be the height. So which height is related to the base BC? This is BC. The height is AD. Now, next, which base is related to the height EC? Where is EC? EC is from here to here. This is going to be the height for question B. Look at EC, this line. This line is perpendicular to AB. Correct? Because this line is perpendicular to AB. That's why we can consider this AB as a base. So the answer is going to be AB. ABDE is a square and BCD is a triangle. Find the area of triangle BCD. BCD, this triangle. Okay, so we will be figuring out which one is the base and which one is the height. Since ABDE is a square, so AB is equal to ED. This is 8 cm. Same thing, because this is a square, this is also 8 cm. This is also 8 cm. Now, this is a triangle that we want to find. The area of the triangle that we want to find. So in a triangle, we can use anyone as a base. Any side as the base. So let's look at this. We can use 6 cm as a base. If we use 6 cm as a base, the height will be 8 cm. But if we use 8 cm as a base, the height will be 6 cm. We cannot use this 10 cm as the base. Why? Because we won't know this 90-degree. We won't know this line coming down, the length of the line that coming down to form the 90-degree. That's why we cannot use this as a base. This 10 cm as a base. We can only use either this as a base or this as a base. So let's say base is 6 cm, then height will be 8 cm. So triangle BCD is going to be half time base time height, half time base is 6 cm, height is going to be 8 cm. 2 divided by 2, we get 1. 6 divided by 2, we get 3. 8 times 3, 24. So the answer is 24 cm square. Okay, next. Rectangle ABCD is made up of 5 identical rectangles. Find the area of the shaded triangle. So we will be finding this shaded triangle. This is a shaded triangle. Okay, then you can see it's made up of 5 identical rectangles. That means what? This is one rectangle. This is one rectangle. And they have the same breadth and same length for all the 5. So if this is 3 cm, this is also 3 cm. This is also 3 cm. So this total will be 6 cm. Now, let's look at this triangle. Can we make this as a base? We can't. Why? Because there is no way we can find out the length of from here to here. Same thing, we cannot use this as a base. Why? Because we cannot find out the length of this. We don't know. There is no way for us to know. So the only base that we can find out is from here, this point, to this point, this base, which is 6 cm. If this is base, we must find the height. The height is always perpendicular to the base. So, because this is the obtuse triangle, we have to extend the line to form the 90-degree angle with the height. So the height that perpendicular to the base is going to be this 8 cm. So this is going to be height. So how to find the area of shaded triangle? Half time base time height. Half time base is 6, height is 8. So 2 divided by 2, 1, 6 divided by 2, 3, 8 times 3, 24. You get 24 cm square. Next. The figure below is made up of 4 identical squares. PQ equal to 18 cm. PQ is 18 cm. So SR is also going to be 18 cm. Same thing for this side. Same thing for this side. All will be 18, 18, 18. Okay, now because they are 4 identical squares, so all their sides are the same size. That means from here to here will be half of 18. Which is 9. And they show this small little dash here. That means what? This line, the length of this line is same as the length of this line. And this whole line happen to be 9 cm. So what is the half here? Isn't it 4.5? So this small little line is going to be 4.5. 4.5 cm. So now let's look at this. They want unshaded area. If you want unshaded area, which means all this space. So what you can do is find the area of the whole square first, the whole big square, then minus away the shaded area. Then you will get the total unshaded area. Now, how are we going to minus away this when the shape is like this? We can see this shape if you break it into two, it is the two identical triangle. If you break them into two pieces. Here got one piece, here have another piece. So I will name them A and a B. So now, we need to figure out which one is the base and the height. So as you can see, we cannot make this as a base because we don't know what is the length of it. Same thing for this, we cannot treat as a base because we don't know what is the length. The only one that we can do is this. This will be the base. So let's look at the base. The base is from this point to this point, which is 18 minus this 4.5. So this is going to be the base. Then what about the height? The height is going to be here. Why? Because this line is perpendicular to this base extended line. So what is going to happen? Base is equal to 18 minus 4.5. So 18 minus 4.5, you will get 13.5. So what about the height? Height is going to be 9 cm. So now, triangle A is equal to triangle B. Those are the area. Area of triangle A is going to be equal to area of triangle B, which is half time base time height. You will get half time base is 13.5 times 9. So 2 divided by 2, 1. 9 divided by 2, you get 4.5. Now, this total will be 60.75. One of the triangle A is 60.75. Because we have two, what do? 60.75 times 2, which we will get we will get 121.50. Now, we get the total shaded area already. Next, this is a total shaded. Now next, we will be finding the area of this whole big square. What do we have? Length times length, which is equal to 18 times 18. You will get 324. So to find the unshaded area, what do? 324 minus 121.50, which is equal to 202.50. That is the answer. Next question. In the figure below, rectangle ABCD is made up of 6 identical smaller rectangles. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. Every time you see this type, we don't know their individual breadth or length. What do? Always use and no one as 1U. all will be 1U each, because this is one side. And because they are 6 identical, all the sides are the same. So 1U, 1U. Now let's look at this. This is the length of that small rectangle, which is shared by this 2U. So we can put 2U here. We can put 2U here. Same thing. We can put 2U here. We can put 2U here. Now, let's look at this. This 2U plus this 2U is equal to 32 cm. So 2U plus 2U equal to 32 cm. So 4U is 32 cm. 1U is 32 divided by 4, which is 8 cm. Okay, so 1U is 8 cm. They want find the length of BC. Where is BC? BC is from here to here. So total, how many U? BC is 2U plus 1U, which is 3U, equal to 1U is 8 cm, 3U is 8 times 3, which is 24. So 24 cm. Find the area of triangle BDE. BDE, this triangle. We are going to find area of this triangle. So now let's look at this. We got to figure out which one is the base and the height. Again, this cannot be the base. We don't know the length. This cannot be the base. We don't know the length. But we know this can be the base. Why? Because we can find out this length. 2U equal to 8 times 2, which is going to be 16. So I will treat this 2U as the base. Same thing, how to find the height. Because this is the obtuse angle, we have to extend the line to find another line, draw down to make the 90-degree angle, which is perpendicular to the base. That means this 3U is going to be the height. So 3U equal to 8 times 3 equal to 24. So this is base and this is height. So let's find the area of triangle BDE equal to half time base time height. Half time base is 16, height is 24. So 2 times 1, 2 divided by 2 is 1, 16 divided by 2 is 8. So 24 times 8, you will get 192 cm square. This is the answer. Next question. The figure consists of two shaded triangles, BGF. BGF, this triangle, and BGC. This BGC, two triangle. Okay, and what do we have? And two identical squares. These two are identical. This ABEF and BCDE DE, they are the identical. The perimeter of the rectangle ACDF is 120 cm. 120 cm. A, C, D, F. This whole thing is 120 cm. So now, this whole thing looks like a rectangle, correct? And they happen to be the square which have the same side. So if I put this as 1U, this will be 1U, 1U. This will be 1U, 1U. Total how many U? 2, 4, 6U, which is 120. So 1U is going to be 120 divided by 6, which you will get 20. Now, let's look at this. Another information. They say, what is the length of GE? Where is GE? It's from here to here. What information do we have? The length of BG is 3 times the length of GE. That means this to this is 3 times this to this. Okay, so we will treat this as this is 3P and this is 1P, total 4P. And this 4P happen to be the one side of the square. So 4P is going to be, how much is it? 20. Because one side of the square is 20. So 1P is 20 divided by 4, you will get 5. That means this GE, which is 1P, is 5 cm. Okay, now, what is the total area of shaded triangles? Now, we are going to find the shaded triangles. That means I will put the A here, I will put the B here. Now, let's find triangle A. Let's find the base of triangle A. Same thing, I cannot use this as base. I cannot use this as base. I can only use this as base. Why? Because I know the length of this BG, which is 3P, right? So let's find here first. 3P is going to be 5 times 3, which is 15. So triangle A is half time, base time, height. Half time, base is 15, because this is going to be the base. If this 3P is base, this 1U is going to be the height. Why? Because this is the obtuse triangle again. So we will be extending out and form the 90-degree angle here. So the height is perpendicular to the base. So this 1U is going to be the height for triangle A. So what is 1U? Which is 20. So 2 divided by 2, 1. 20 divided by 2, 10. Which you will get 150. This is triangle A. Now let's look at triangle B. Isn't it they both are sharing the same base? So triangle B is equal to, same thing, half time, base time, height, equal to half time, base is 15. Height is the same thing, 1U. This is going to be the height for triangle B. So what do you get? Same thing, 20. So 2 divided by 2, 1. 20 divided by 2, you get 10. Same thing, you will get 150. Now, they want to find the shaded triangles, right? So triangle A plus triangle B equal to 150 plus 150, you get 300. So it is going to be 300 cm square because this is area. Now, let's look at this. ABCD is a square with sides 22 cm. This is 22 cm. So this is also 22 cm. This is also 22. This is also 22. DE is equal to EC. DE is equal to EC. So that means this DE is going to be half of this 22, which is 11 cm. Okay, so now figure AFBED. AF B E D. This whole figure, AFBED, has a total area of 198 cm square. Okay, and they want you to find the area of the shaded triangle DEF, this triangle. So how are we going to find this triangle? In order to find this triangle, do you notice that from here to here is a one triangle? And here to here to here is another triangle. And they both are sharing this same base. This is going to be the base of these two triangles. That means you will have A and a B. And they both will be sharing the same base. At the same time, because both of them, I mean, for this case, this is 90 degrees. So you can straight away see this is the height for triangle B. And look at the triangle A. Because this is the obtuse triangle, so this is the extended line to form the 90-degree angle here. So this is going to be the height for A. This is the height for B. But you can see they are sharing the base and the height, the same base and the same length of the height. That means triangle A is equal to triangle B. So triangle A is equal to triangle B. So we will be finding half time base time height equal to half time base is 11, height is 22. So 2 divided by 2, 1. 22 divided by 2, we will get 11. So one of each triangle is 121. So what is triangle A plus triangle B? 1 to 1 times 2, you will get 242. How to find this shaded triangle? To find this shaded triangle, you know this big AFBED, the big one, is 198 cm square. And you know the combination of this triangle A plus this triangle B. So if you minus away this triangle A plus B, 242, minus this AFBED, you will get this shaded triangle, 198, which is you will get 44. So this is the answer. Answer is 44 cm square. Next, the figure below shows rectangle ABCD measuring 24 by 18 cm. 24 by 18 cm. So let's look at this big rectangle. Find the area of this big rectangle first. Equal to 24 times 18. You will get 432. Okay, now we have one big rectangle. Next, the length of AD, AD, A to D, A to D is 3 times the length of ED. So if this is 3U, this is 1U, then this will be 2U. Okay, so you can see 3U is equal to 18 because this is 18. These two length is the same. 1U is going to be 6. So this 2U from here to here is going to be 12. Why am I finding this? Because I need to find the triangle this A and I need to find the triangle this B. This triangle B and this triangle A. Now, let's find triangle A first, equal to half time base time height. I can use this as a base, 24 cm. So half time, 24 times, I will treat 12 as a height. So this is going to be 12. 24 divided by 2, 12. 2 divided by 2, 1 equal to 144. Now, triangle B equal to half time base time height. So half time base is going to be 18 and height is going to be 8. So 2 divided by 2, 1. 18 divided by 2, 9. 9 times 8, 72. So now, I have the area of rectangle. And I have this triangle A plus this triangle B. They say they want you to find the shaded area. What is the shaded area here? It is going to be from here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here, and here to here. So, if I can find the area of this rectangle and take away this A, triangle A, and if I take away triangle B, I will get the area of this shaded part. So what is going to happen? Area of rectangle, which is 432, 432, minus and triangle A, which is 144, minus triangle B, 72, which you will get 216. So the answer is 216 cm square. This is a shaded area. Okay, next. The figure below is made up of two squares joined together. Find the area of the shaded part. They want you to find this shaded part. Okay, so now let's look at this. If this is 10, because this is one square, this will be 10, this will be 10. Okay, then let's look at this now. This is another small square. If this is 6, this is 6. This is 6. This is 6. From here to here, also 6. Now let's look at this. How are we going to solve? We need to find a triangle to solve. So what do? Let's look at this. If I separate this 2, do you notice something? We will have two triangles. We have this triangle A. We will have this triangle B. For this triangle A, the base is going to be this 6. Why? Because this is the obtuse triangle. You can see the obtuse angle here. So if we were to draw the line here, you can see this line is going to form 90 degrees. That means this is going to be the height for triangle A. Okay? Now, this is 3 cm. So this is also 3 cm. From here to here is 10 cm. So from here to here will be 10 minus 3, which is 7 cm. So for triangle A, half time, base time, height. The base will be 6 cm. This is for triangle A. Base is equal to be 6. And height is going to be 7. So half time, base is 6, height is 7. 2 divided by 2, 1. 6 divided by 2, 3. 3 times 7, you get 21. This is for triangle A. Now let's look at triangle B. What is its base? It is going to be this 3 cm. Same thing, this is also obtuse angle. So we will be extending here. We will be extending the line here and form the 90 degree with this line. So these two join together form 90 degree angle. So this 10 cm is going to be the height for this triangle B. Base is going to be 3 cm. So base equal to 3, height equal to 10. So triangle B is going to be half time, base time, height. Half time, base is 3, height is 10. 2 divided by 2, 1. 10 divided by 2, 5, equal to 15. So now, area of shaded part, what do? Triangle A plus triangle B equal to 21 plus 15, 36. So the answer is 36 cm square. Next question. The area of rectangle ABCD is 228 cm square. A, B, C, D. So rectangle is 228 cm square. The area of the four-sided figure EFGH. EFGH. This piece. This piece is 22 cm square. This is the area. Find the shaded area. Okay. So we can see triangle DKH. Triangle DKH and triangle this CHJ. If you combine two of them together, triangle DKH plus triangle CHJ is equal to half of the rectangle. Why? Because this DKH, the base of the DKH, and the base of the CHJ, they two add together form a length of a rectangle. Okay? And their vertices are at the other side of the length of the rectangle. So if that is the case, that means if this is a rectangle and one side of the length is fully used up by this triangle and the vertex is at the other length, that means this triangle is half the area of that rectangle. So I can write like this. Okay? So how to find the total and shaded area? How to find the total and shaded area? It's going to be 228 cm square. Okay, we don't write the cm square here. We just write 228. 228, which is the area of this big rectangle, divided by 2. Why do we divide by 2? Because this triangle and this triangle add together is half of the rectangle. So we will divide by 2. Then minus away this one overlapping unit. Isn't it this is overlapping from this triangle to this triangle? This piece is overlapping. So we have to minus away this 22. So what do we get? You can press the calculator, you will get 92 cm square. So how do we find the shaded area now? So to find the shaded area, this shaded area, because we already take away one of this, so we get the total and shaded area already. So to find the shaded area, it is 228 cm square minus 92 cm square, which you will get 136 cm square. That's the answer. Now let's look at this. This is very similar to just now the question. Now, the figure is made up of two rectangles. You can see this is two rectangles. Find the area of shaded parts. Same thing. You need to find this. So when we see this, we definitely know we got to make sure we can find some triangle to work with. We won't be using this. Instead, you will be separating this into two parts, which will become A and a B. Okay, so let's look at A. This 5 cm is going to be the base. And what is going to be the height? Because why? This is going to be the obtuse angle. So what is going to happen? We will draw down extend the line. And form the 90-degree here. Form the 90-degree angle here. So what is the height of this? This is going to be the height for triangle A. This is going to be the height for triangle A. So from here to here is 2 cm. So this is 2 cm. So if 14 minus 2, this is going to be 12 cm. And this is going to be the height. And this is going to be the base for triangle A. So triangle A equal to half time base time height. Half time base is going to be 5. Height is going to be 12. So 2 divided by 2, 1. 12 divided by 2, 6. 5 times 6, 30. A is going to be 30. Now, we will find B. Let's find triangle B. So for B, this is going to be the base. Because this is the obtuse angle, the same thing going to happen. We draw this line. We can draw this line, which they already draw. So, because this is a rectangle, if this is 8 cm, this is also 8 cm. Okay, for this case, this is going to be the height. This is going to be the base for triangle B. So triangle B is equal to half time base time height. Half time base is going to be this 2 cm. Height is going to be 8 cm. This 8 cm. So 2 divided by 2, 1. 2 divided by 2, 1. We get 8. So what is the shaded parts? Triangle A plus triangle B equal to 30 plus 8 equal to 38. So answer 38 cm square. Okay, now last question. In the figure, HIJK is a rectangle. The area of triangle KXJ is 153 cm square. K X J, this triangle. It is 153 cm square. Okay, so you can see, look at this KMJ. Triangle KMJ is equal to triangle KLJ. Why? Because they are sharing the same base and they are sharing the same height. And they happen to be using up the whole length of one side of the rectangle and the vertex is at the other side. So that means both of them are equal to half of the rectangle. Okay, so now, what is half of the rectangle? Let's find the area of rectangle first. Equal to 16 times 25, which is equal to 400. So half of the rectangle means half times 400, I will get 200 for one of the triangle, this big triangle. This triangle, the white one. Okay, so they say find the area of triangle JXM. JXM. We want to find this. We are finding this. Okay, so how to find this? You know this shaded one is 153, and you know this whole big KMJ is 200. How to find this small one? So, isn't it? Triangle JXM is equal to 200 minus 153 equal to 47. So answer is 47 cm square. Okay, that's all for today. If you have any question, just drop me a comment. Thank you. Have a good day.